Well, hello, coconuts. Welcome in. Special shout out to the YouTube coconuts that are watching the replay. And we are still coloring this page. We are still coloring this page. It doesn't help me that, I don't have many ideas. I feel like this page is challenging me on the idea front, and I'm having a hard time. I am. So I'm going to just jump right back into it and just let the pen guide me at this point. Because the ideas, they ain't there. All right. So next we're going to do our curly Q puff puff. Give her some curls. Let's see what I want to do with my base color. Where's my little swatch sheet? Here she is. All right, I want to do her curls like a lighter green base. So let's see. But I want it to be like not too electric. Maybe that absinthe that I used yesterday. Yeah, maybe I could do her, but I want something just one shade lighter. So I'm probably gonna do absinthe, but I need something to put down underneath it. Yeah, let's do celery yellow. Even though this nib feels a little bit stiff. So this is gonna be the base that we put down first. Celery yellow. Even though this is not yellow. You know, one thing about it, Ohuhu and Kaliar are going to make up a name and go on about their day, okay? They don't give a dang. So close enough, boss. That'll do it. That'll do it. Thank you, Marco. Hey, Coco, bro. Alright. And then I'm going to do the first round of curls. Hey, Miss Donna. Hey, Shannon. We miss you too, Coco, bro. Life's been coming at everyone real quick these days. I'm just trying to keep my head in the game. All right. Hey. Thank you for the nail, though. Welcome in. Let me go ahead and stop playing and put my glasses back on. The nightly struggle. I'm really trying to let my eyes breathe, so I don't want to wear my contacts all the time. But it does come in handy when I'm coloring, when I got these bright lights. Alright. I'm using the techniques that I talked about in Coloring 101 for curly hair. A curly puff puff. Laying down that first layer. And just making sure, changing the direction of the curls. I'm just getting a feel for it in the beginning. And then as we get more and more layers, we start to define those curls. And then I'm just gonna lightly go over the baby hairs. This is a light color, so it's not gonna do much, but I wanted to transition. Hazy. Ice cold for ya. Feel a little dehydrated. I don't know if I drank enough water today. I don't think I really drink that much water. I maybe had, how many ounces is this? 40 ounces? Maybe I had 20 ounces today. Well, that's simply not gonna cut it. And I can't be drinking too much before I go to bed. Because I'm gonna be mad waking up, going to the bathroom all night. All right, so now I'm gonna come in with absinthe and start to define the curls. Let me see. Okay. I'm going to, this dim feels like it's not stiff enough. The other one was too stiff. This one is not stiff enough. I have another one, but this is the Cali art version, I believe. Let's see if it's giving the same vibe. Close enough. Jump in there. There we go. So I need to be able to control where the ink is going. And I'm just defining these curls. Define, define, define. How you do the lisp or lisp? Alright. The lips, I have a whole tutorial on how I do lips. If you go to my page under the Coloring Bootcamp playlist, there's a whole lip tutorial. Well, I didn't know the hours you put into these. Yeah. They definitely take a lot of time. I wish I could do them faster, but I've had to let that go. I had to let that go. Hey, it looks so good. So yesterday, you had barely started. Yes, we're making progress. A little bit slower than usual because I am making really no progress on the inspiration front. So I'm dragging my feet a little bit. I don't know. There's something I think psychological that happens with the calendar pages. I lose motivation. I didn't even finish February. Something about it needing to be done in a certain amount of time, my mind says, nah. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I don't want to do it. But I'm finishing this. We're in it. We're in it to win it. I don't have time to be playing these games. Thank you for the Brahmin love. That was so exciting. I had an amazing weekend because of that launch. Next time I do a collab, I'm going to tell y'all way in advance because I don't want anybody missing out who didn't hear about the collaborations until after it was sold out. I'm getting a lot of comments, mostly nice ones. Some a little more stern for people who are disappointed that they didn't catch the launch. Has Brahma reached out and said anything regarding the launch? They did. They sent me a congratulations email. I was texting them all day the day of the launch. They were giving me in real time updates. They're like, okay, looks like this is going to sell out within the hour. So I was in constant communication, but then they sent me a nice congratulations email and just really nice words. And, you know, I'm sure we'll be in talk soon, you know, winky wink. So I really like working with them in general. I love the wallets. I want one. Girl, there's less than 10 left of each, so go on and grab it. I'm going to be posting a video about the journals on Thursday. So usually when I talk about it, that sends people back to the site. So I'm going to get it before the troops come back. They're like, oh, yeah. Now I gotta get back on Brewmate's behind. Like, hello, 2026. Y'all push my joint back to next year. So by then I'm not even gonna like the design. I should just come up with a new design. Just come up with a new one and have it ready. Cause I made that design in 2024. You think I'm gonna like it in 2026? Hell no. I wonder with all this anti-DEI stuff, if they gonna stand on business or if they're gonna like brush me off. Which would be really interesting because I wasn't working with them on any type of DEI initiative. We weren't doing a Black History Month or anything. It was just, you're an artist. We like your stuff. We want to hire you. Let's collab. But we'll see if they stand on business or if it's going to be a problem. Brewmate, I'm trying to see if they're going to keep their word or they're going to be like, after further consideration. Which they could do that if they want to. They could do that if they want to. I don't pitch. I've never pitched. Mostly out of like lack of time and perfectionism. I feel like I would be writing and rewriting that pitch forevermore. But I'm not the pitching type. I'm not the pitching type. Alright, I'm coming in with the Olo to add a little shading. Easton invites me to co-host. Hell no. Hell no. Oh, I don't like how this reacted. Hell no. What part of hell no? Don't you understand? Go somewhere. I think I'm actually gonna leave that like that and use colored pencil to bring out the curls on that because I don't want it to get too dark. I like where it is right now. Yeah, that's better. All right, this is moss green. Ooh. What part of hell no? Don't you understand? Now get. Be requesting me back to back. And it was 2 people trying to make me a co-host with them. Hell no. 2 strangers? Mm-mm. No sirree, Baba. You got the game messed up, brother. Would not and could not be me. Go on, get. I've learned my lesson, okay? I ain't never answered one of them calls and been pleased with my decision. Not once. Never have I ever joined someone who randomly requested me online and say, you know what, that was the right thing to do. Never. Hello? That could have went so left. It went so right, though. It did. That gave me one of the best laughs I had last year. But at what cost, okay? The risk was so high. That person could have came on here and did anything. And I didn't even know how to get them off the screen, okay? I was stuck. That whole interaction was crazy. It was like an out-of-body experience. Because I'm still trying to figure out, in that moment, I thought he said hello. Meanwhile, that was me. I don't know who was saying what. The shock and dismay. I said, wait, what? Who's talking? I don't know. Girl, you're talking. Take control of this situation, quick. Take control. And then the chicken, oh God. Is that chicken? And then the chat was just so disrespectful. He came back, he was trying to get back in the live. He was like, I got something for them. Because the chat talking about, that was not a man, that was a older woman in a wig. What? This one said, that was a man-child. Did he have a shirt on? Was that chicken? Mr. Chicken Man jumped like Beyonce for what a year. And that's a fact. Blasting cartoons. And I was really crying real tears. Like actual tears. Hyperventilating. I couldn't do nothing else. I'm sitting here pretending to color for the rest of the night. Like, you know what? And that was over on Instagram. That was when I was on tour. Because they had banned me on here. Childish. Now what? So, what now? I didn't know what to do. I looked at him, and he looked at me. I looked at him, and he looked at me. That's what it was giving. And I was stuck. Simply panicked. Hey, Hannah. I'm using Caran d'Ache color pencils right now. I've been gone for a minute, but there's no new coloring books on the website, question mark. Correct. I don't know if that was like a question or a statement. Emerald. Yeah, the video is actually still on my Instagram for anyone who missed that live when it was last year. I don't even know how to access it. But I was on live last year and I was telling a story about a playground squabble I got into, and TikTok thought it was just beyond the community guidelines and banned me for a week for talking about a fight I got in on the playground in 5th grade. So I had to go on tour and go live on other apps. So I went on YouTube for a day and I went on Instagram for a couple of days. And I was just, doing my thing like as usual. And someone requested to join my live. So I was on Instagram. So I was like, you know what? Why not? People have decorum. People have sense over here. So I answered the call, okay? I answered the call. And it was a child man. We're unable to determine the age. Blasting cartoons. Shirtless. Chomping on some what looked like delicious chicken. I was shocked. I believe I let out a huh with no response. Then I said, hello. And the hello seemed to catch the young fella's attention. And he looked at the screen and realized the camera was rolling. And he seemed shocked to see me when he was the one who called my phone. Okay? Mind you, at this point I realized I don't even know how to get him off the screen. So whatever he has planned for us, we have no choice but to be victims, okay? I have no way to get us out of this. Coco got us in it, but Coco cannot be the one to get us out. Luckily, he ended the conversation, okay? And then we sat in shock and cried tears. Cried tears of laughter. And the chat erupted. And it was very interesting. This is why you can't trust eyewitness accounts, okay? Because it had happened literally 4 seconds prior, and everyone remembered something different, okay? I thought he was the one that said hello. When I watched the tape back, I said hello. People thought it was a woman. People thought there was a wig involved. People thought there was a tank top, no tank top. No one knew what they just saw, okay? That's what happens. That's what trauma does, okay? It scrambles the brains. And yeah, we did laugh for an extraordinary amount of time, to the point where he tried to request to come back. And I just knew he was going to cuss us out, so I did not answer the call that time. I knew if he had stuck around and saw what that chat and I was saying, no, he would have cussed us all clean out on Beyonce's internet. Then what? And I told y'all I got sciatica. I can't be out here fighting for y'all. So we would have just had to take it. I can't fight. Not at the tender age of 33. I have things to lose. I have responsibilities. And again, I have sciatica. I can't do it. Okay? Cannot. So I ignored that second attempt. And we've never quite been the same. Anyone who was there, they're different now. They've changed. They'll never be the same. Thank you for the Nella. And it's like, it was funnier to be there in the moment, but even when you watch it back, it's still funny. Like, if you weren't there in the moment and you watch the clip, it's still funny. It's still funny. Because, sir, what the hell is you doing here? Can I help you? Who sent you? But yeah, I'm done answering the calls. Especially with me not knowing how to hang up. That did it for me. I was in sheer panic. It's like, oh no, I'm about to be banned on all these apps. They trying to take me out. But that was low-key worth it. This ain't the color I thought I was picking up. That's okay. That's all right. I'm going in. Define. Thank you for the followers. If you are not following, make sure you do that. If you are already following me on here, make sure you also follow me somewhere else, because you know this app. Do you know you have 30 minutes? Okay, we don't know what's really tea with the app. April will be here before we know it, okay? Let's not get too comfortable. Okay. Let's just make sure we know what it is. Ever since they took this app away for those 14 hours, I have not been attached the same way. It feels different over here. I don't know, it feels like it's been colonized. It don't feel the same. Something's off. Even though my For You page is back to being funny again, because, well, those first couple days, I didn't like what I was seeing. I said, now who told you I would be interested in this content, TikTok? Not me. Not I. I haven't been attached to like any social media the way I was before that. I think I needed that. I think it broke me out of like some sort of trance that I was in. Because now, one thing about it, I'm going to read a book, okay? I'm going to read a book. I'm going to do some work. I'm going to watch a vlog, okay? This short form stuff, I don't need it the way I used to. And I love that. It is better for our eyes. Right now I'm reading Losing Sight. It's a part of the book club read that we were assigned for the month. So I have a coloring club, which is a subscription-based service. You get weekly downloads, monthly Zoom calls, access to any of my online courses, all kinds of goodies, discounts, early releases. Discord is lit popping. But within the coloring club, the Coconut started a book club. Okay, the coloring club is developing its own ecosystem. And the book of the month is Losing Sight. So that's what I started reading. I just really started it maybe Monday or Sunday. I started it Sunday. And no, I started it Saturday. Yep, because I started it on the launch day of Brahmin. And I'm about 5 chapters in. It's cute so far. It's a little funny. It's a little spicy. but I feel like I need some action to start happening, you know? Like I feel like I understand the dynamic of the characters. Now I need some spice. Some spice. What's going on? What's tea? What's tea? But I finished Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo last week. And that book had me gagged. Gagged. The whole time. Love that book. Boom. I don't want to give too much away, but she's at the eye doctor. She's at the eye doctor. She finally went. Which I see your point, Hannah, what you were saying about like, girl, just go get you some glasses. Like, what the you don't want to put glasses on? That's the big conflict in your life. Girl, get them glasses and quit playing before you hurt somebody. I didn't get that. So she just had her exam is the part that I'm at. Okay, it's about to pick up. Okay. That's me yelling at the book. All right, go get you some damn glasses. What was we talking about, girl? I feel like they're putting too much emphasis, like, I don't know. And this is just me being like overly critical because I'm just an overly critical type of girl. The emphasis on like her not wanting things to touch her eye and like all that, like, I truly don't care. She is over 40. She can't see like she used to. She needs glasses. Let's get some glasses and get this going. Mm-hmm. That ain't no damn spoiler. That ain't no damn spoiler. All right, let me look up some eye makeup looks. The one yelling about book spoilers showed up to the book club without having read the book last month. So maybe you need some spoilers to inspire you to read the book. Miss, I read 552 books in the past 3 seconds, none of which were the book for the club. All right, green eye makeup. Ooh, that's smoky. Ooh. I was thinking of actually doing like golden eye makeup. I think that's what I'm gonna do. It's giving. Leave me alone. It's giving St. Patrick's Day vibes, you know. Kiss me. I'm not Irish. I'm a Negro, but you can still give me a little smoochy if you're feeling it, okay? If you got it in your spirit. All right. Let's see. I actually do have a little bit of British Irish, according to them fake 23andMe reports that you cannot trust, for real. I did have a little 14% British / Irish, which might be why my daddy had a red afro in the 70s and why my hair is reddish in the summertime. You never know. All right, I'm gonna do cotton pearl. I'm gonna put that right on the edges. This is a Copic marker. Leave a little negative space in the middle for a little shine. And I'm gonna do the same on this eye. Okay. Then I'm gonna come in with cream, peaches and cream, and do that towards the inner corner and outer corner of the eye. And then come back with pearl. Oh, you know, if I drop 3 markers in a row, I hang up on y'all. Is it your fault? No. Does that change anything? Absolutely not, okay? I hope I done closed up the gap over here. Thank God for acrylic markers. Or as John Quill would say, markers. When I say it sounds like I'm gonna say Marcus, you know, from Boomerang. I can't do the NOLA accent. Doesn't happen for me. I do believe the Irish part because England was a bit racist back in the 60s. A bit racist back in the 60s. They still racist back in the 2025. It still is, but even more so. Facts. Eartha Kitt, that's right. Miss Eartha, the icon. Marcus. All right, and then let's see what this is giving. This is kind of like olivey. This is green ochre. I'm 2% Irish, period. Look at us. I'm gonna do a St. Patrick's Day celebration. Hell no. I'm gonna just go ahead and assume however that Irish got in my blood was not kosher, okay? Not kosher. Because I wanted to have like a little green tinge to the gold, so I'm using Green Ochre by Caran d'Ache. Carisha Dashe. My maiden name is O'Brien. There it is. There it is. Whoop, there it is. Yeah, my crush in middle school, his last name had a Mick in it. I can't even remember what it was, but it was MC something else. And he was blackity black. I said, okay. That sounds like that belonged to somebody who owned you in the past. I mean, my maiden name is Courtwright. So that sounds like that's from somewhere over the pond. I don't know where, but it ain't giving motherland. That's for sure. McDuffie, yeah. 1% Irish, 1% Indigenous, and 1% Spanish. Ooh. Yeah, 14% British Irish. Per these fake results, I don't trust. 1% Chinese. That was interesting. And then the rest, African. Represent. Mostly Nigerian. A little Sierra Leonean. A little Cameroonian. I had a mix. I was hoping to see a little Ivorian, you know, so I could be like my man. Nope. But I think it was like over 30% Nigerian. So I was like, okay, I'll take it. I'll take it. My mom was only supposed to be Italian and Portuguese. Mom was all say way otherwise. Hello. What you having for you that you just in a different way? And that's a fact. Hello, and I gave birth to an Ivorian, so they have no choice. You must accept me. You must accept me. All right, that's pretty. I might do not too much, but just like a little glitter in the center. Not too much, just, you know. Oh, this pen, I forgot, is a little too juicy for these small details, and I don't have the patience. So I just want little itty bitty dots. Just a little shine. Perfect. All right. Now let's do your eyes, Miss Miam. So I think for hers, I'm gonna start with the cream, which is the darker color we used on the first lady, on the first young lady. This is kind of Ivorian too, because their flag is green, white, and orange. It's the opposite of the Irish flag. I never remember which one is which, but I know there's a lot of Irish people walking around with Ivorian flags because they showed the Ivorian flag instead of the Irish flag. Okay. And that's their business, you know. Maybe they wanted it to look Irish when they looked in the mirror. Okay, I don't know. But y'all got it all wrong. All right. Now, what do I want to put for the second gold color? Potato brown, perhaps. That's a little too dark for what I'm trying to do. Perhaps more on. That'll do it. All right. More in. Right. Stunning. Come back with cream. Make sure it's the right color. Also, Coco, this long neck on the short hair is lovely. Thank you. You know, back in the day when I was in fashion school, one thing my art was going to have was a long ass neck. Every time. Sometimes I would draw their head like this big and the neck would be like that long. That was a part of my illustration style back in the day. And yeah, you're going to catch a long neck from time to time. Maybe it's my envy as someone who does not have ownership of a neck whatsoever. Maybe that desire is projected in my artwork. I've never had a neck. I don't know what that's like, you know. I don't know those lifestyles of the long neck community. would love to know one day. Alright. And this is that green ochre again that I'm using to blend inward. And then let's see what raw sienna is giving. So we blend towards the middle here. Cute, cute. Alright. Dump this out. Y'all saw my Instagram story where Michael dragged me, per usual. Is anyone surprised? I said, Michael, why is your room a mess? He said, have you seen your office? Now I'm sitting here looking stupid. Like, what? First of all, stay out my damn room. Do as I say, not as I do. Ain't nobody asked you all that. You're not even supposed to be in there. Trying to spin it around. And when you get home from school, make sure the first thing you do is come clean this room up. Okay? Since you got jokes, you're going to be joking in this room. The hell? And I'm in the middle of creating a piece, okay? Art is messy. Art is messy. Nobody asks you nothing, okay? Just know once I'm finished with this page, I'm going to clean it up so I can mess it up with another page. That's what works for me. All right, white Sharpie. Come in. Just like in the middle. Try and stay focused in the center for that glittery look. Stunning. Okay. Now, to our light bright sister, thank you for the roses and thank you guys for the follows. If you are not following already, make sure you do so. Hit that follow, smash that follow button, smash that follow button. That's what they used to say back in the day. All right. Now, what's the gold combo for you, Miss Miam? What is it? Let's do, perhaps we could do, what are you giving? No. I think I'm just gonna do the cotton pearl as the base color and then do color pencil on top. Cotton pearl by Coco. I'm gonna have to fix whatever is happening there. Boom, 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 boom. All right. Now what's the color? Let's try this raw sienna that I used on the other eyes. There we go. Blendiana, Blendiana. I started mine now. Whenever you do it, I just see it. Why? You got to see it through. Got to see it through. If it makes you feel any better, I have no idea what I'm doing for the rest of this. So there's plenty of opportunity for this to go left. Plenty. Nothing but space and opportunity. The curls take time. The curls take time. Practice it often, and you'll do just fine. Alright. Now let's try this green again, this green ochre. Just towards the inner parts and the outermost parts. When you're doing gold, like when you're doing realism, you actually do incorporate a lot of greens into gold. That's what keeps it from being like too yellow and look a little more realistic, especially when you're shading and doing the reflections you see in gold. It's often like an olivey kind of color. This might be a dumb question, but did you go to fashion school because you draw Did you go to fashion school? Yes, I did. Because you like to draw, or what exactly? Oh, why did I go to fashion school? I wanted to be a fashion designer. So when I went to fashion school, most of my courses were about fashion design. So I took some classes on illustration, but it was mostly with intent to create what I was drawing. So the emphasis wasn't so much on the illustration itself, but on the garment that I made, that I sewed. But I always cared more about the illustration than what I sewed. And it dawned on me, hey, maybe I just want to be an artist. So that's what I did. Took me 10 years to come to that conclusion, but I did. I did it. I made my way there. Where's little Miss Hazel? I know Hazel here to see me coming. Hazel. Hazel's hiding. Hazel girl, there you are, baby. Hey, baby. Hey, Hazel. Do you have any of the clothes you made in fashion school? I have some of them. I have my senior collection. I gave a lot of the stuff away. Like, I would make it and I would get graded, and then I would be like, okay, you can have this. But I have maybe 50% of what I made in fashion school. I do not take commissions. Those days are done for me. Alrighty. Looking good in the neighborhood. Boom, 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 boom. Tell the story of why again? Why I don't take commissions? I'm new to the corner side TikTok. I really appreciate some support. Okay, Cozy Coloring, welcome. We support you. Best of luck. You got this. Keep going. Boom, 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 boom. All right. I'm looking up inspiration for the little bits of shirt that are on here. I'm seeing something floral. Surprise, surprise. Coco sees something floral. Oh my gosh. So unlike you, girl. Are you serious? I actually have like a specific thing that I'm thinking of. But I don't know how to describe it. I've been kind of like into wallpaper designs. Does that make sense? So maybe that'll do. Maybe that'll do the trick. That's pretty. How do I do that? How do I do that? Like something like this on her shirt. How do I do that? One of y'all reach through the screen and do it. I think I'd have to use acrylics to get the look. Is that the life I'm trying to live right now? Is that the life I'm trying to live? Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to touch them. Color in them, play with them. Your coloring books miss you. They do, they do. All right, I think I need to like grab a little swatch. Let's see what we can do. All right, so I want like a deeper base, but not too deep, but deep enough. You know? No, not petite pois. Something perhaps bronze green. That's not the green I'm thinking though. Okay, that's more of the green I'm thinking. That's pine tree. Let's see. Just did a coloring session in one of my books. Yes, love to hear that. What page did you do? Give the deets, give the deets. All right, let's see what this green is doing. I think that pine tree green is probably gonna be the green. That would be, this one would be cute for something else. Moss, but it's too close to her hair color. I need something a little deeper. Now, do I have what it takes in terms of supplies to execute this in a way that's going to be cute? All right. So these flowers are like a peachy color. Do I have a peachy acrylic that wants to come to the front? Oh. Anyways, chat. I don't got time to... Anyways, ain't about to stress me out. Alright. Just dropped 75 books onto behind my thing. Alright, so that's like a very baby pink, not at all the color that it shows. Okay. Okay. I need something like a little more creamy. We're gonna work it out together. We're gonna work this out. Because y'all know this page is giving me the runaround. Okay, that's cute. I like that. Let's see. What was the point of you giving me these 2-on-1 markers? Basically the same color. I hate that. Y'all be wasting my time. Oh, that's perfect. Love that. Alright, these are the colors I like. So if I were to draw a little blobby flower here, okay. Okay. And then we took this. Is this dark enough? Okay. Trying to see what's gonna give us the most payoff. Okay, and then we come in and we outline it and give it a little definition. If you're just joining, I'm trying to find a print idea for the shirt, and I'm using a dark green. This is a Caran d'Ache color pencil. Because the thing about markers, you're not going to get like a crispy definition with a marker most of the time. Acrylic or alcohol, or if you're rocking with water-based, you already know. You already know. You're not getting it with it. But if you come in with a colored pencil, usually you can get some of that definition that you're going for. Where is... Let's try this. Okay, so I like the flower. I don't like the base color. Let's see. What can I do about that? I need a darker green, perhaps. Will that make it pop more? Yeah, I was just using acrylics before I started back with the markers. Okay. That's cute. All right, and then if I were to do leaves on top of this, what color would I be able to use that will show up in the way I need it to? In this example, they're using kind of like a blue-green kind of color, like this. And they also have like a lighter. See, this doesn't look green to me. That looks literally light blue. That doesn't match this. Yeah, this doesn't match that for me. I don't know if I like these greens on top of each other. Alright, I'll color it green first and then make my decisions. I could also do a green on green moment and ditch those flowers. And just do like a pretty green on green design. I don't have any real vision. I just zone. I don't know what to say about it other than I don't got a real vision. All right, let's take deep olive green. I know I want this to be dark because I'm bringing the balance down. So we have it very dark here, so we need to bring some of that down. This is deep olive green. Thank you, Bubble Thoughts. Y'all are in the trenches with me now. And I might be overcomplicating it because I feel uninspired. So now I'm trying to push it to a place that I'm not really trying to go all the way. So I might just block the color in and think about the patterns as I go. If there is a pattern. This is such a small area, so I don't want to do anything that's going to overcomplicate it, but I want there to be some details. Thank you for the new love. And thank you guys for all the likes. I appreciate that. It helps more people find your girl. This is a really pretty green. Love this color. I would like this sweater in this exact color, actually. It would look very good with my hair. I don't have green hair, but I have a reddish cinnamon brown hair color, and that looks good with green. 'Tis a fact. Honey, I'll move right over to YouTube after this. I just posted a vlog yesterday, And then I have to upload the first couple parts of this. They're still pending. You know, it takes forever for YouTube to go through these 3-hour videos I'll be trying to upload. It's better than it used to be back in the day to upload a 20-minute video. Hey, just make sure you don't tell anybody about that video for 48 hours because it ain't going up, okay? It ain't going up. So, the Diane von Furstenberg event, they gave me a +1. They did. So then I was like, oh my God, what am I gonna do about my hair? And then I was like, okay, I could do a little swoop-de-doop, updo, Q. Then what am I gonna do with the fit? No clue. DVF is like mother of the wrap dress, right? Like, do I wear a wrap dress? I don't have a wrap dress. I'm not really in a wrap dress mood either. I kind of want to wear pants, but I feel like it's a dress vibe. I'm gonna try and shop my closet and see what it do in there. But I'm sure it will all come together like it always does. Maybe I'll do my hair the way I want to do it and then go shopping so I can see like, okay, will this go with the look? That was a nice even application. Purr. Yeah, DVF loves a print, you know. When I think DVF, I think very like, not even Miami, but like Miami colors and vibes, like very tropical, very resorty. You know, like a less elevated Poochie. That makes sense. But that's also like not me. Like I'm very black cat oriented, you know. Give me black on black on black on black. You know, I'll give you black in different textures, but it's gonna be black on black. It is. All right. So now for the green here. There's a green that I love. What green is that? Glass green. Where is that? Also, the lime green that they have is so not lime. Yeah, this actually would be perfect. Well, watch this color. They call this lime green. Y'all ready? Let me know when you see the lime in the room, okay? Let the lime know we looking for her, girl. Let me know her. The lime is looking for you, girl. We can't find you. This is a lime that you would not want to eat, okay? If your lime is this color, please discard immediately. Don't eat no lime this color. This is the perfect sage green, actually. This is sage. Sagiana. I have to do her hand down here. One day. One day, she said. The way I'm coloring this in to get a completion grade, like I just want it to be done at this point. I don't feel like the juice is flowing. Annoying. Just doing stuff. But I did not finish February, and that is shameful. Shameful. Thank you for the follows. Right? You know, you just... now I'm just out here running. I need to finish up. I don't need any incidents. I don't need any incidents like that, okay? Has anyone in the club colored this and posted it? Why is that bleeding through? Oh, it's picking up the page underneath it. Has anyone posted this in the Discord so I could go copy off y'all homework? I'm about to go copy one of y'all. I ain't got it. Oh, I actually have some purple on the marker. That's what's happening. I don't know if y'all can see that. All right. Watermelon Dre's cousins. Oh my gosh. Yes. Yes, indeed. Thank you. Thank you. Favorite content creator? Me? Oh my gosh, I'm blushing. Thank you. So sweet. All right. And then this is her other arm that she has down here. I only know that because I drew this image in a different scale and I know what's happening here. Because y'all know I love to get confused by my own art and be like, wait, what's going on here? I'm gonna fill all these little areas in, and then I already know I'm gonna have to let the inspiration come to me tomorrow. For if I'm doing patterns on these little fits or the background, I don't know. I don't know. Right now, it's feeling real sussy. Do you know, what color did I use for her skin? Was it reddish brass? I think so. Did you create the highlight on the face with a colored pencil? Yes. So let's see, reddish brass on the hand down here. This little hand peeking through. It's her thumb. Commitment. All right. Now, well, let me figure out what color I'm gonna do your sweater. I think something more bright. Maybe the celery yellow that we used up there. Again, visual balance, bringing things up, down, left, right. I actually don't remember what colors I used for the dark skin. I know the base was reddish brass by Ohuhu. That's E120. And then I cannot remember what I used to shade. I'm looking around my desk to see if it's still out and about. I might have used Chocolate by Olo. But I don't see it on here. My apologies if it's been said, but what time is your March coloring course? It's at 5 p.m. So if you're interested in getting the course, all the information is in the description. And if you've already purchased the course, you should get a practice packet. It has all the things that you need to have printed. It's at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But you also get a replay 24 hours after the course ends. So if you're late or you're unable to attend, you will get that replay and have access to watch it over and over again. Alrighty. This is not the right color. Good thing I took a look-see. Where is the color I'm looking for? Did I put it back? Celery, celery, celery. Am I tripping? It couldn't have gone that far. That's lime green. I don't like when stuff like this happens. Not you, not you. Not you. Not you. Not you. What the? Did I put it back when I was done? Like a responsible young woman? Celery. Celery. What's my favorite part of the color? I would say skin. And then hair would be a close second. I really can't find... When I started doing this, I definitely said celery yellow, right? Like we were all here. And we're like, well, it's not really yellow. Like that happened, right? I'm not making it up, right? Is celery yellow even a color? Did I make this up? Am I delusional? That's what you said. Now, is that what happened? We cannot confirm because it's only me in this room. Okay. Y'all know I have to fix it. I ain't moving on. I ain't moving on. Yeah, let me check under my desk. Let me scoot back. Okay. No markers under my desk besides the one that rolled down there yesterday. Because why does my gluteus maximus hurt from squatting down, drawing all those portraits in Michael's class yesterday? I woke up, I said, not me with a sore booty. What the? I need to go to the gym. I think it was an Ohuhu marker. Celery yeller. I know. Michael always dragged me. He got my sense of humor, and I can't stand it. Because you could just try being nice to your mom. You could. But I'm always joking on my mom, too, so. No, this is crazy. No. Oh, what's this? Let me show y'all where it was. Right there. Anyway, so we're going to take celery yellow and we're going to place it right along this collar. All right. Yay, glad we found you. So refreshing. If it was a snake, hello, it would have bit me right in the hand. The way I could not see that marker, like that did not exist until like 1 second ago. It wasn't there. I don't know what happened. One of y'all came and put it there. Cute. Stunning. Perfect. I'm gonna fill in her little nail polish. I'm gonna do a darker green so it doesn't blend in with the sweater. Okay, child. We went through a lot for that little sliver, but I wasn't moving on. Y'all was gonna be held here with me until we found that. Okay. Now what? Okay. What now? I'm gonna do this leaf because it seems like it's not threatening. And I feel very threatened by this page. I feel very threatened with all their tenderness and loving energy. It's scaring me because I don't know what to do. All right, I'm gonna do olive green. Let me pin it. This is the 2025 coloring calendar. And we can do a commercial. Pin. Commercial time. Hi, I'm Andrea, but you can call me Coco, and I am the artist/illustrator of everything that you see me color here. I'm coloring right now the 2025 coloring calendar. This is the month of March. We're doing an all green theme. I also have coloring books that are available in the TikTok shop and more available on my website, which is linked in my bio. We have 9 volumes. We also have a coloring club where you get weekly downloads as well as lit Discord access. You get all access to our monthly, well, it's going to be probably more than monthly, but all of our courses that are available online, as well as monthly Zoom calls, early access, discounts, you name it. So if you have any questions, please feel free to drop it down in the chat. And most importantly, if you're not following, make sure you do that. Thank you. Can you get it already colored? No. No. You can get a calendar already colored, but I don't have coloring books already colored. But we do have traditional calendars that are already colored. And this is the whole drawing. It's horizontal, so I have to kind of pan it. So right now I'm gonna do the leaf. Thank you. I'm gonna do the leaf over here, but I do have art prints of some of my colored pages. Yes, I don't know what I'm doing for the design for the clothes, so I'm not gonna go over it with pencil yet, but yes. So I have art prints of some of my favorite pages, and there's more that I'm going to be adding, but these are literally so clear. Like they look like you can even see the texture of like my colored pencil. It's crazy. I'm very much in love with how these turned out. We got Miss Dusa. Like that literally looks like my coloring book. Literally looks like my coloring book. It's so crazy. Like what? I'm so happy with how these came out. Even look. So stunning. We got Miss Bubbles. We got Miss Monarch. We got Miss Mamas. So I'm going to be adding more to the shop. But I know everyone doesn't like to color. Everyone has different ways that they interact with Coco. So I'm trying to make sure there's something for everybody. Don can include that in her book. Yeah, she sure can. She sure can. All right. So I'm going to come in with olive green and put this as the all over color. Actually, I think I want to do like a texture. But if I'm going to do a texture, I should do it in the direction of these leaves, these segments. All right, I'll have to come back and figure that part out. I want them to be a little more painterly. Can y'all see? Yeah. The shiny lip I do with a white acrylic pen. And I have lip tutorials on my page under the Coloring Bootcamp playlist. All right. Let me make that on that side and then come in. I've been sleeping so good, y'all. Like, my husband has been getting up and he has an alarm. I don't even hear the alarm go off. Like, I'm completely stuck, lost in the REM cycle. This is a brush tip. And I've been having problems sleeping for the past 4 years. But these like past, I don't know, 5 nights, I've been knocked out. And I wake up refreshed. Because sometimes I'll be knocked out and wake up groggy. I wake up like, okay, let's get the day started. Love that. How did you even start doing this? What was your journey? Literally amazing. Thank you so much. I went to school for fashion design, realized that I was really in love with the illustration part of it versus the garment construction part. Got a job in fashion buying, worked there for almost 10 years. Then the pandemic happened. I moved back to my hometown and just downsized our expenses dramatically and decided to give Coco Michelle a try with my full heart and intention. And it started to take off, and I was doing mostly stationery. Our biggest categories were art prints and greeting cards. And I got really, really, really sad. I didn't see anybody about it, so I can't say that I was diagnosed with anything, but it was a sadness I've never experienced before, which I can only say was the most closest to depressed that I can understand without being diagnosed. And decided I wanted to do something that would be therapeutic for me, and thought coloring would be fun, and I wanted coloring books that represented, black girls, because I'm a black girl. And I didn't want to just color white girls and make them black. I wanted them to be black girls. And I was like, well, I'll make my own. And I made it, and I was like, this is going to be the thing that changes my life. I was so convinced. I said, this is going to be the thing. And I put it for sale, and nobody cared. Nobody cared. I sold like maybe 12. And at that point I had an audience of over like 100,000. So like me selling 12 units was like very underwhelming. So I was like, whatever, I like it, so I'll just color it on TikTok, because TikTok was like my like spam account. I only had like a few people over here. I was like, I'll just color over there. No one will really know. I'll be over here in the cut. Started coloring, posting, and they just started picking up traction. And then my TikTok started to grow. And then I started coloring live. And then the TikTok started to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And then it was bigger than my Instagram. And I was like, whoa. And then I came out with another coloring book. And that one went crazy. And then it just spiraled into this big brand that I had no idea would ever exist in the way that it did. So I was trying to be the Black Hallmark, but I ended up somewhere else. I don't know. The Black Lisa Frank? I don't know what to call it. The Black Coco Michelle. I ain't like anybody else. How about that? But it's been a very beautiful, exhausting, exciting, stressful, beautiful, blessed life. And I wouldn't do it any other way. By the way, this is pine tree green. I use mostly Cali Art and Ohuhu markers, and they're linked in my Amazon storefront, along with all the other goodies that I love and enjoy. Okay, I like this leaf. Of course. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Could you already draw and color before going to design school? Not well. I learned a lot through going to design school. The school that I went to didn't require me to submit like a portfolio, which is partially why I went there, because I was scared to submit a portfolio. But I did submit a portfolio to the Chicago Institute of Art, and I got in there. I ended up not going there because I was scared to be a plane ride away from my parents at the tender age of 17. So I went to school within the state. But I was not anywhere near where even like my old stuff, my early Coco Michelle stuff wasn't anywhere near what I can do now. I understand that it was good. Lord, that's marker number 2. It was good in comparison to someone who doesn't draw or is just starting, but it wasn't that good for what I was trying to do. So I had a big learning curve, especially going from what I was doing, which was traditional art on paper, moving into doing digital art. So I'll show you my Instagram so you can see. We'll scroll back down memory lane. Well, actually, I just posted a video recently. Where is that video? Didn't I post that? A video about my old art? Yeah. So, like, this was my art in high school. And then, that's where we are now. But when I started Coco Michelle, I was... Lord, I'm gonna be scrolling forever. Let me get it out of your face. Scooch this over so y'all can have something pretty to look at while I scroll with my left hand. But my art it was fresh. It was new. I didn't know a lot of like proportions or anatomy or the things that you need to be able to draw the style that I wanted to draw. I love doing portraits. I love doing characters. I don't really do motifs that often. I love flowers. I love leaves and all of the elements that you see me incorporate into my art. But I was never really like a big, like, oh, let me draw other things. Like my early art was literally just like a girl, a girl floating in a white background, maybe with a cute fit, but nothing like what I do now. I didn't do backgrounds for a long time. So this is gonna take me forever, Chad. So I just realized I was scrolling on the reel side and I was posting before reels was a thing. So my oldest stuff is not gonna be on there. All right, scrolly. Oh my gosh, when I see old videos of myself, I'm like, I look like a baby. All right, let's go. I'm scrolling with my right hand now. I ain't got time for my left hand. My left hand is just really quite useless. All right, I'm getting there. I'm at the part where I just released volume 2. we getting there. Okay, volume 1 is making an appearance. Oh, episode 3 of me coloring. Okay, my art's still kind of good at this stage though. Okay, I've been drawing pretty good for a couple years now. All right, let's go. Wow, I've been doing Mondays for 3 years already. Yes, Katanji. Justice, that is. All right. This is when I really felt confident as a digital artist. When this piece and this piece and this piece, I remember how I felt when I drew those. Like I was like, okay, I'm finding it. And this piece I did after I got rejected by Disney to do a campaign. I was super upset about it. I was like, y'all came to me only to tell me you don't pick me. And I was really sad about that. And I drew that piece shortly thereafter, and I was so happy with how it came out. And I was like, maybe I do know what I'm doing here. Okay, we're getting there. So like this was my art style early on, where it was like white background, a girl floating, very sketchy, very cute. I still love this art style. I don't even know if I like have that art style in me anymore. I loved her. She's so cute. I should put her in a book. She's super cute. Love her as well. She's in a book. I think she's in volume 3. A lot of these you'll recognize from books. You got the twins. This is the first attempt that I did at albinism in the coloring book, not here. I used to go viral for these things early on in my journey. I used to do like, okay, what is your Sunday looking like? I'm moving my body. I'm nurturing my hobbies, washing my crown, rest and relaxation. These used to be so fun. I used to draw these little things. And this is actually what Viola Davis reposted one of these that I did for Memorial Day weekend back in 2020. And that got me a lot of traction. She's cute. This was the first post I ever had go viral on TikTok. And people are like, what's the point of drawing her earring if you're just going to cover it up? Mind you, this was a bald head like person that I had drawn that I could practice different hairstyles on. So sometimes you could see her earrings, sometimes you couldn't. And everyone was like going crazy about that. And I didn't understand it. But you can see my art was very different. I remember drawing this and feeling like, I don't know how I did this. And she's in volume 8. She's nice. I like how I did her chesticles. I felt like I did a good job shading that. But a lot of these girlies should look familiar to you. This one has gone viral and has lost control. This was like, the girl who's stepping into the new year with the baggage. She's pregnant and all that stuff that Peniel had did. This was my version of that. This was what everyone took and put everywhere, and I lost control of it. No one even knew it was Coco Michelle. I was like, Lord, please. Cute. But you can see as I scroll back, there's like multiple art styles that we're going through here. Like, okay, Zoom meeting, business casual, been heavy on the casual lately. How are you showing up to your calls these days? This was like, we're still in the pandemic. No pants was a big option back then. That Miss Friday was everything. Which one? Oh, I know which one you're talking about, where she's walking. This one. She's actually the blueprint of, in volume 3, there's a girl with a shortcut walking with a dress similar to this. That was her that I transformed for the coloring book. And she has a bunch of flowers in the back. Look familiar? She's an OG. They snatched her up too. Loved this one. Oh, this is the other one that you'll see this. They done took her, made a different head, made her white, gave her red hair, did all types of stuff with her. That was my first hardcover journal. Love her. Love her. She's in volume 2. Love her. Let's see. There she is. Hashtag buy black, okay? Comfy chic. And it would take me hours to draw these little doodies, and I could draw that in like 5 seconds now. She got snatched. Cute. Okay, so now we're getting to the early stages. So this is the original version. I've redrawn this. Yes, these are all my illustrations over the years. She's changed a few times over the years. Vote, period. We know her. We know her. Yeah, the one with the cup has been duplicated many, many times. cute. They were the July girls in my very first calendar, I believe. This was me hitting 100K on Instagram in 2020. I remember my dad saying this was so corny. Yeah, all these, like, these are Coco. Coco drew these. Coco been that girl. They've been snatching her art forever. This has been snatched many times. This is the infamous, was in somebody else's coloring book. If I'm a thief, you're a thief. Classic. Okay, is this the original Yammy Tammy? Let me find out. That's giving very Yammy Tammy coded, okay? How they stole the images for you. They went and took it and put it on stuff. They screenshot it and took it. Oh, risque. Okay. Let's try something different. Oh, baby Coco. So fresh. Some of these are funny. So these ones I was trying to like learn how to do backgrounds, and I was like trying all type of stuff, having a really hard time. This one was supposed to be, it was a paid partnership with Bumble, one of my first paid partnerships, and it was supposed to be me drawing my love story with Mr. Coco. Look at, I actually did a really good job. In another life, I'm a comic book drawer. I love comic art. That was me with my little Rihanna cut back in 2009. When we're on the computer Skyping each other. We actually used Skype and Uvu. His little gap in his little face. Then we graduated college. Then we moved in together in our first little apartment in Harlem. And then we got married, you know. I'm sure my parents would have liked these to be flipped, you know, get married, then move in. But, you know, we're youngsters. That was Beyonce, supposed to be. I don't know if it's all the way Beyonce, but it's something like her. It's something like her. This illustration as an art print paid my rent for like 2 years. I don't know what it was about this, and they snatched this up too. They loved this day at bath time. Oh my God, they loved it. This was a commission I did. Friday. I used to always do like the monthly post and the Friday post. This was a collaboration I did with a skincare brand. Black Dads Matter. Black Lives Matter. This was a very crucial time. Okay, how you spending this? Oh, this was in honor of my 5-year anniversary. What's your love life looking like? Hashtag no judgment, period. Okay, boot up. Love thyself, ready to mingle. Married to the money. Period. Period. Married to the money is funny. Blackout Tuesday. Wow, I've been at a loss of words. It's almost like things just don't change. I've been at a loss of words as we all continue this cycle of brutality, grief, and mourning. As a Black mother, we carry the burden of teaching our sons and daughters that injustice is inevitable, that our lives are considered expendable, that even if they do everything right, it may not be enough to bring them home at night. God protects us all. Shit. I could have just wrote that today. Ain't nothing changed. All right, so this is my crowned collection. And I wanted this to pop off. This is when I was really trying to get into portraits. And I was having such a hard time. I love her. I need to make that into a sticker. I need to redraw this today. Because she eats the boots down. Look at her curled up. It's giving a little bit of like Scooby-Doo, Thelma vibes too. Okay. That was a draw this in your style challenge I did. Moisturize. Very important. Very important. Me in my head versus me in reality. I was so cute. Oh, I forgot about this. Okay, bottoms of the feet. I did pretty good. I need to recreate this too. I want to make this big. If I have a daughter, I'm going to recreate this and put that in her room. This one, the girls love this one. Love that one. The little Easter version. She was the cover girl of my very first calendar. Oh, the downloadable coloring book that got stolen immediately. Immediately. You need her for the book club too? Okay, let me do that. $50K. Wow, this is making me feel so proud. We done come a long way. Look at me trying to draw clouds back in the day. Now I got floating popcorn. Okay. Did you make the girl walking obsessed with the bag? No. That was my girl, Peniel. That was my girl, my British friend. Somebody was trying to take me out for this because I did this black, no cream, no sugar. And I guess somebody had no cream, no sugar, like trademarked or something. And they was coming for me for this post. I said, I'm not trying to sell this. I'm not trying to do anything with this. Like, please go find some business. I'm over here minding mine. That was sad. Okay, Mardi Gras. I wonder what made me do that. This is a book cover I did. The one and only book cover I did. These are some of my commissions I've done in the past. But that's just me. This image got stolen by Shein and was put on sweaters. And they called her African American black girl drinking hot chocolate on a sweater. Like it was like very crazy. Oh, this is the first time I tried albinism, February 10th, 2020. Look how far we've come. Look how far we've come. That's crazy. This one's pretty good. She's cute. I like the hair. There's that. How come these pictures are coming up again? Maybe I had reposted it because something else had happened again. She got snatched. So many of these got snatched. That was part of the issue of me drawing the way that I was drawing, was that it was very easy to pull it because there was not really any backgrounds. Like this was very easy to snatch. So that was a part of the problem. Everyone who knew me in real life said that I drew myself here. I don't see myself, but everyone said that I drew myself. It's an interesting face. The nose shape is a little off and it's also too far to the right. The mouth is too far over. I want to like push it over here. The hand, distorted. Still cute though. The first thing I learned to become a better artist was how to critique my art. My very first calendar. After a lot of sleepless nights and literal tears. Girl, you are so dramatic. Always been dramatic. Oh, look at that. So this one, her forehead needs to come out more and then dip in. And then this ear is too low. Needs to be moved up. 10K, November 7, 2019. 10,000 coconuts. I've been calling y'all coconuts since the beginning. I wonder when I thought of that. Chase bags, not boys. Period. Sweetie, I traced that. Had to have. Ain't no way I could have did that. Hell no. Ain't no way. That was a commission I did. This was a sketchbook post that I colored digitally. Oh, I drew Eva. She reposted it. This is, what the hell is her name? From Fashion Bomb Daily. Claire. Can't think of her name. Mahisha. That tongue looks crazy. All right, let's get to the, cause okay, this one. Okay, here it is. This one was like my poster girl for a long time because I was really happy with how the hair came out. I didn't really know how to like draw and shade all the way, but I was really happy with how she came out. And I used her on a lot of stuff. But you can see that the art style is a little green. You know, the brows are a little thick. But I was getting it. I was getting there. This one, like I can just see everything wrong with it when I see it. This one was how I used to draw. So this was like a fashion illustration, probably from college. So everything is bony, everything is elongated, the neck is long as hell. Like, she's white. It was just a completely different era in my art journey. And that's probably why I posted it there, just to show. Like this, that's supposed to be Lady Gaga. That's supposed to be J-Lo. I don't even know. Who is that? Alicia Keys? Don't know who that is. That's Michelle Obama. And I think that's Jada Pinkett. So you can see, like, this was how my older art looked. And I was trying to find my digital style. Like, this was a commission. So you can see, you know, I wouldn't charge somebody money for this in this day and age. I did a good job with these wrinkles, though. Those look very wrinkly, for real. This is another commission I did. This is supposed to be me and my best friend Casey, the chow down. She might still be in here. I think I saw her. Not sure. I gave myself crossed eyes a little bit and a lot of chin. I do have a round chin, but it's not a long chin. There's Casey. My mom had said to me, like, oh, I feel like you did a better job capturing Casey than you did yourself. And I was like, what? I said, that literally is exactly how I look. She was like, okay. All right. Whatever. This is supposed to be Kiki Lane, but it looked like Wanda Sykes. This was my old boss and her. Like, what happened to the hands? Okay, so like let's really talk about the details. Okay, I know y'all are saying, "Oh, it looks so good. It looks so good." Let's really get into it. Let's see what's really happening here. Okay, what the hell is that? Where does that connect to? What's going on there? That was a sketchbook post. This is Kelly, one of my closest friends, and Bruce. This is not what these people look like. I think I still have the sketch in the hand. I didn't even erase the sketch from the hand. What are those? This is my friend Nicole. See, another white person. See, y'all can't say, look at me being DEI. Period. That's my friend Nikki. I remember being so proud of this. Her on this random uncolored ledge, another hand issue, completely flattened. 2 fingers. Okay. Nose, all the proportions incorrect. But that fro is cute. Legs, too long. Long ass foot. Longest foot known to man. Eiffel Tower. Don't think so. That's a falafel tower. This one I'm trying something new. Okay. Another hand problem. Another hand problem. What's happening here? Rheumatoid arthritis. Hands don't do that. Hands don't do that. Okay. This one was for Raggedy. You know, she's Delta. She has this in her house. The girl, she's cute enough. I was happy with the palms, even though those are like Donald Trump size hands, the tiniest hands I've ever seen. But this elephant is missing multiple chromosomes. Multiple. This is not developed at all. I don't understand what happened with the elephant. It makes me upset. It makes me very upset. And then I got the nerve to put a little time lapse. Please. Please. This is when I was doing little like outfit of the day, but as like fashion illustrations, and I'll be like, oh, this is what I'm wearing to my event tonight, you know. That's actually a cute idea. I should do that again. I used to do like little get ready with me's with my illustrations too. Okay, this is another critical. I remember when I drew this and I came to work and I showed it to Raggedy. If y'all are new here, Raggedy's my best friend. And she worked across from me. And she saw this and she's like, I need this. You're not getting this back. I'm hanging this up in my cubicle. When we, I was like, what year was this? This was 2018. When we were leaving the office in 2020 for like the last time because the COVID shut down and everything. And I never went back to the office because I quit my job during COVID. We pulled this off her cubicle and we were like, what is happening with her neck? Where's her other arm? What happened here? And when we first, like, she literally was crying, laughing. Like, we were like, no, this was the epitome of art, fashion, couture. When we first printed this out, we were like, this is it. Like, I found myself. And we looked at it with some fresh eyes. Literally one arm, barely. Because what? Again, the long feet. She has no ankles. She would actually snap both her ankles simultaneously if she ever tried to stand in any position. Like, it's not okay. And the fits are just like, please. And there go my mama. Beautiful. And that's what you need is support. Ooh, this was me doing my glitter. I don't think I've ever drawn sequins before, but obsessed with how this turned out. 2018. And I never looked back. I hope this is not boring for y'all because I'm having a great time, especially since I'm trying to avoid coloring that page. But anyway, it's past my bedtime, so y'all better just take what you get. This one, my husband, when I first did it, he was like, love it, beautiful, whatever. Years later, when we found like old inventory of this, he said, she looks like a reindeer with a wig on. And I've never forgiven him for that. I've never forgiven him for that. And I never will. and I never will. Mary said, "Oh, she's avoiding the page." Well, when I stopped, in my defense, it was already past my bedtime when I stopped coloring. So technically, I was already off the clock. What kind of reindeer you know with 2016 eyebrows and a smoky eye? You punk. I'm gonna wake him up after this and bring this back up. There go Raggedy. Poinsettia. That's how we used to say it. This one, that's how she turned out. It's the body dysmorphia for me. I thought this was, yes. Another strong jaw, another handsome Squidward. Okay? Another handsome Squidward. But the proportions on the presents, this was my very first post. November 25th, 2018. Sitting here waiting for Santa, like, Etsy shop coming soon. Oh my God. Etsy shop coming soon. New fan here. Love your artwork. Oh my gosh. 327 weeks ago. Wow. Swangin'. Girl, what? I'm still trying to figure out my illustration style now that I'm exploring digital painting. Oh, it's using Autodesk Sketchbook. That's what it's called. Wow. I think this might be my Christmas card this year. Girl, I don't send out Christmas cards. Now I'm just on here trying to sell a card. Squad. What? Baby Coco, you always had it in you, girl. You always had it in you. You had the formula. What I'm reflecting on is I always adapted, I always tried new things, and I always had fun. I was always trying to figure out how can I make this fun for me and make it fun for the coconuts. And I think that's why I'm successful. Because I just had it in my heart. Like, I'll do what I need to do. I did commissions. I did Etsy. I did greeting cards. I did commissions. Did I say that twice now? I sure did. I did custom birthday card invites. I did logos. I did it all. Until I found what worked for me. And then I just turned up the heat and I kept it there. Even coloring. By the time I was doing the coloring, I was already established. I already had an audience. But it's so hard to make money off of art. If you're an artist, you know that. It's so hard to make money off of your art. Even if any kind of art. Music, dance, visual art. Like, art is just very difficult to monetize independently. And you're like stuck doing a bunch of different things just to make ends meet so that you can do what you love. And the fact that I'm in a position where not only I'm doing this, but my husband is doing this and we're doing it together and just living off of this is so hard to achieve. And I never give myself credit. I never take the time to like sit back and really recognize like this is hard as hell. This is not something that people are trying to sell a single art print. People are trying to sell a single coloring book. And at the end of the day, like I have so much like drive in me, but I have sacrificed more than what most people are willing to, which is the other part. The time, the energy, the resources that I've poured into this. When I quit my job, I drained my 401k completely. Got another job, went back to work, drained that 401k completely. I have invested every single cent back into the business. The sacrifices that I've had to make year after year after year to sustain the growth, and then finally having the opportunity to have a publisher who can come in and take Coco Michelle to where it needs to be. The fact that I survived to get to this point is incredible. It's incredible. Like, I can't even believe it. There's been so many times where it's like I don't have a single dollar. When I made Coloring with Coco Volume 1, my account was negative thousands of dollars, and it was like that for weeks. Negative thousands of dollars, just overdraft fee on top of overdraft fee. I could not get out of bed. I could not take care of my child. I couldn't do anything. I was literally lost in a sunken black hole. And I made a coloring book, and it changed everything. Like, I just literally had an idea. I had no energy. I said, I'm going to just pour everything into this, and I'm going to see what happens. And no one cared. And still no one cared. But I cared. For the first time in a long time, I cared about something. And I just showed up, and I kept showing up, and I kept showing up. And that was all I could do. And everything fell into place. One brick after another. Brick by brick by brick by brick. And I've built a house. And the house still don't got a roof. It still don't got a roof. But every day I wake up and I choose to show up, not just for myself, not just for my family, but for the coconuts, for the community that we have built. Because I didn't build this by myself. I didn't lay these bricks by myself. We built these bricks. And I love that for us. I love that. And all these times, like, where it just felt like I didn't know, the one thing I knew was God put this desire in my heart, and everything is just going to have to work out. I'm going to do what I'm supposed to do. I'm going to show up. I'm going to make the hard choices. I'm going to make the sacrifices. I'm going to cut the things off that I need to cut off and cut the people out that don't believe. Like when Kendrick said, I'll cut my own granny off if she don't see it the way I see it. Hell yeah. If you're not here, if you're not right where I'm at, if you don't see the vision, then you don't see me. And there's nothing more that we have to talk about. Everyone in my camp, every single person in my camp, since day one when I was drawing crooked necks and long earlobes, said, you have what it takes. I had nobody in my camp who put even one seed of doubt. Not one. Not my man. Now, years later, we can look back and he say it looked like a reindeer with a wig. He wasn't saying that when I was drawing it, though. Because that would have been a whole different type of issue. Your tribe, the people you surround yourself, the community that you build, all of that makes such a huge difference in who you become and what happens with your own self-esteem and how you reflect on yourself. Because if you don't believe in yourself and the people around you don't believe in you, who gonna believe in you, boo? Who gonna believe in you? That's what I want to know. Shoot. So I know how hard it is. I know a lot of people are trying to do their own thing, whether it's art or otherwise, business in general, trying to just take ownership of their lives and not feel like they're owned by their employer. I know what that feels like. I spent a long time in corporate. I spent a long time working for other people. I know a lot of people are trying to escape that. Just know when I started Coco Michelle, I was working for years while I was stacking everything up. I had to make a lot of sacrifices. I had to leave the city I love so that I could afford a life based off of my art salary. I had to make a lot of choices. And you're going to be challenged with those choices, and God will reward you if you show up and you show that you're choosing your path and you're choosing the path that he chose for you. When you resist that, and I'm such a big proponent, don't be out here quitting your job and you don't have means to make money. Don't do that. Don't do that. I'll take smart leaps of faith. Don't make silly leaps of faith, because those will lead you to debt and depression. Be smart about it. Just know in your heart that you have something to look forward to. That held me over, knowing that one day I'm not going to have to deal with this. And I used to quit every Thursday. I used to work from home on Fridays, and I was a director at this time. I was making 6 figures. I had it all together. I was that girl. And I said, you know what? Every Thursday when I leave here, I'm going to make an announcement like, hey, y'all, okay, have a great weekend. See you on Monday. Unless I make it, then you won't see me back in this office again. And I used to make an announcement to the entire office like, hey, any day my rocket is on its way. I'm just letting y'all know one of these days y'all not going to see me here. And one of those Thursdays, I really clocked out and I never clocked back in. It was years later, but I came every Thursday with that energy like, y'all might not see me back in this office because you never know. And I used to be in board, like in meetings with the marketing team and like presenting stuff, and my phone would be blowing up because one of my posts was getting all this attention and stuff. And it used to just fill my heart with like, okay, like just those little bursts. And I still need those. I still go through times where I feel like y'all need to see me because y'all are just looking at the screen. I don't know what I look like right now. Look, I feel like we need to look each other in the eye. Lord, please don't jump scare me. How I turn this camera around? I'm scared. Flip camera. Oh, she's cute. Anyway, since we on here talking, I got my blanket. What I was saying is, since Mr. Coco said I look very studious. But I was saying, what was I saying? What was I just talking about? Because now I had to flip the camera. She said, Lord, don't scare me. Please, hello. What was important to me as I was going through this, now I'm just talking. I'm gonna just move on to the next point because I don't know what I was saying. What was important to me was I needed to have moments that reminded me of why I was doing this. And still to this day, I go through moments where I need to like have some sort of reminder that I'm doing this on purpose. So for me, like I was like really feeling like I was spiraling a couple weeks ago, and then I got this really nice text message from my publisher, from my editor, and she was just raving about the reception of the first book that's coming out in September, and how everyone was so excited. Everyone was ready for the book and just believed in me. And the CEO literally said to everyone, we need all resources on deck here. And that like just filled me up where I was just like, okay, I'm not bugging. Like, I'm not bugging. I'm doing this for a purpose. Because there's so many times where it doesn't, when you are constantly getting bombarded with messages every single day, right? There's always somebody who wants to ask you something, who needs something from you, who is criticizing you, who is complimenting you. Like when you are just getting bombarded with messages, you start to be desensitized, right? Not, there's certain things that can't hit the same, and it works both ways. Like I was way more sensitive back in the day. I was so sensitive. Like anybody who said anything about my art, like that would destroy me. I would be like ruminating on it for weeks. Now it's like I can kind of kiki about it, but it still hurts my feelings. Like I am very sensitive about it, and it can knock me off my center if I let too much negativity get to me. But the same way, there's certain messages where it's a certain person or somebody says something a certain way that it like cuts through the noise, and it allows you to like be refocused. And if you don't have people in your camp that are going to do that for you, who are going to bring you back because you're posting thing after thing after thing and it's flopping and nobody cares, and you feel like you're putting in all this energy and all this work and nobody's showing up for you, you need somebody to be there in your corner to tell you this is not in vain, this is not for nothing. Because you can pray, you can journal, you can do all the things that you know are supposed to do. You still need that someone, that person who's going to hold you down and let you know, like, when you feel like your prayers are not being heard, when you feel like maybe I'm on the wrong path, right? Because you start to take all of that rejection and you feel like it should be redirection. And sometimes that's true. And sometimes it's just like, no, it's just not time yet. And I've talked about this so many times about being on time in the divine timing of life, where if things happen the way you wanted them to happen on your timing, you wouldn't know what to do with it. If things happen for me when I wanted them to happen, Coco Michelle would not exist today. If I had things the way I wanted them, when I wanted them, I would not have the time, the energy, the resources, the education to be able to handle those blessings in those moments. I needed to go through every trial and tribulation, success and failure to be able to handle the blessings as they came. So you really do have to be quiet and be patient and do the work that you're being told to do. And that's really what it comes down to. And also, there's going to be times where you're going to have to do things you don't want to do. A lot of the art that I was creating and things that I was doing wasn't necessarily what I was passionate about, but I knew that was what was going to take me to a place where I could create a life I was passionate about. I think the internet has been a little distracting for a lot of people, where you start to think, okay, everyone's living these kinds of lives and everyone's doing exactly what they want to do and they only do what they want to do. That's not true. That's not the reality of the situation. There's going to be a long period of life where you have to do what you have to do. And it's not about what you want to do, it's about what you have to do so that you can get to a place where you can do what you want to do. And I always think about music where it's like the first album, right? The first album is always the best album because it's raw and it's just like straight from that person's heart, right? It's just like nobody's overseeing it. I'm just making an album and I'm dropping it. It's always like the best album. And then all the big wigs get involved, they get discovered, and the music starts to change. And then later down the line, when they're in a place where they can just do what they want, they're able to create an album that is completely different than what they've ever done before. And it seems so off base, but it's really what they wanted to create the whole time, but they weren't in a place where they could do it because they were still in that I'm doing what I have to do phase. And people don't recognize that there's a lot of things that you see where it looks like the person is showing up and doing exactly what they want to do, when really they're doing what they have to do so that they can get to a place where they can do what they want to do. And it's a reality that, like, people say, oh, if you do what you love, you'll never work a day in your life. That's a lie. That's a lie. What is this? I do what I love. I color for a living. I make art. I make coloring books. I get to play all day. It's still work. It's still work. I still don't be wanting to come on here sometimes. As much as I love y'all, sometimes I just want to be booed up on the couch. Sometimes I want to go lay down. Sometimes I want to do a skincare treatment. It doesn't it doesn't change the fact that once you monetize something, it changes how you feel completely. Once you're coloring for money, it doesn't feel the same as when you were coloring, for relaxation. How could it? How could it when it becomes a responsibility? Now I have to color. It feels a lot different than when I was coloring for fun. Now, mind you, would I rather have to color or have to be in a board meeting? Yeah, I'd rather the coloring be on my have to list than to run a bunch of reports for a company that will replace me in the blink of an eye. Yeah, of course. Of course. And I've done a lot to get to this place, but the fact of the matter is it's still work. And a lot of people don't have the discernment to recognize that, and you will never be happy. And that's the scary part, is the fame, the money, the access, all that stuff does not equal happiness. Happiness is a choice. You have to choose to be happy wherever you are, whatever stage that is. And a lot of people can't choose to be happy no matter what they have available to them. And I've learned that through the journey, because I remember the day I hit 100K on Instagram, and it was so anticlimactic. I was like, I swore I was going to be happy. Like, I just knew once I hit 100K on Instagram that everything was going to fall into place and I was going to be happy. Okay, so what did you think was going to change between when you had 99,999 yesterday and you woke up with 100K? What did you think was going to change? What did you, like, someone was going to show up to your door with a check? Like, this doesn't change anything. Your happiness is a choice. Are you going to be happy regardless of whatever happens with these followers? Like, what are we really talking about here? And I had to reevaluate. And when I quit my job, I thought I was going to be happy. So, baby, the call is coming from inside the house. The unhappiness is coming from inside the house. It ain't never been about the job. I mean, the job, that adds a layer to it. But the unhappiness was coming from deep inside of here. It wasn't going to make a difference if I worked here, worked there. You have to make that decision to be happy, or you won't be. If you're waiting for something, because like I had a conversation the other day with my cousin who was like, what does it feel like to have made it? I said, made what? What are we talking about? Like, she's like, I feel like, with the ramen collaboration and, you're climbing up on TikTok and you get in all of these partnerships, like you've made it. And I'm like, there is no it. Like there's no place where you're like, okay, success is not a destination. Like there's nowhere where I'm going to be like, okay, I have arrived. The whole thing, the whole story, the whole journey is the success. The survival is the success. You just have to be happy along every point of that journey, because there is no end to it. There is no end to it. The end is the end. And at that point, like, it's done. You're not going to be looking back like, wow, so glad I hit 100K followers. No. What I'm happy about is that my lifestyle allows me to stop what I'm doing and go to my son's school and drop off cupcakes for his half birthday and sit there and draw a bunch of 7-year-olds for 20 minutes. That's what makes me happy, that I've afforded a lifestyle where I can do things like that, where I can go to every game that my son has, that if my mom has an issue on her computer, I can stop what I'm doing and go help her with her tech issues on Excel at her house. Those are the things that make me happy. That I can sit here and talk to you guys and know tomorrow I can sleep in a little bit if I got to, because it's past my bedtime and y'all know it, but y'all let me yap. So I felt that in my heart. I'm glad that we had this time and that I avoided coloring this page. She's gonna be cute soon. She's gonna be real cute. I'm excited. But I'm happy to be here. I'm happy that everything worked out the way it did. And I'm excited to see what happens with us in life. Half my eyebrows gone. I shaved my eyebrows. So I wiped this off while I was coloring because I was stressed. So don't worry about that. Okay? Thank you guys. I'll see you guys. I have the night off tomorrow. I'm going to the chow down at my best friend's house. The one that I drew. My childhood best friend. I'm going over there. She's going to make me some yummy tomato soup with grilled cheese croutons that I saw her post on her page. I said, yeah, go ahead and make me that next time I come over there. So we're going to have that and watch something. So I'll see you guys on Thursday at 9:15 Eastern Standard Time. Do you like the pony? Yeah. Okay. I love you. Good night.